Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who will well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Shamania. And today the Spirit had led me to want to do a lesson, understanding death, and give the biblical understanding aspect of it. Because as brothers and sisters and the truth know that us Israelites, we were never supposed to succumb to death. But again, something in the scriptures had happened that made it this way, and I just want to get into that in this lesson. So the first precept I want to bring out is Ecclesiasticus 41:1, and it reads, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at the rest in his possession, unto the man that hath nothing to vex him, and that hath prosperity in all things, yea, unto him that is yet able to receive meat." Verse 2, "O death, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth, and hath lost patience." Meaning, so, the people who have a fragile state of mind, the works of their hands causes error in life. I believe that's what that's talking about. Suicide. And then when it says the strength faileth, that's talking about the elderly, of course, and people who are not satisfied in life and is vexed through the spirit, that they're ready to die. That's what verse 2 is going into. Continuing on to verse 3, "Fear not the sentence of death, remember them that have been before thee, and that come after. For this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh," meaning that all beings have to die, because this was what had came upon us, and we can get that in Second Esdras to expound upon this. Second Esdras 3, starting at verse 5, and it reads, "And gaveth a body unto Adam without a soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee. And thou leddest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointest death in him, and his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, and people, and kindreds out of number." So this right there, Adam, he had the breath of life, having the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and he had transgressed that commandment, and death was appointed to him and all the generations to come, which is why it says in which was it? Which is what it says, sentencing to the flesh. That's what that sentencing was. That death was appointed to us. Salakia. Going back to Ecclesiasticus 19:19. And it reads, this is Ecclesiasticus 19:19, and it reads, "The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. So having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High commandments, it leads to immortality. But as we read in Second Esdras, when Adam had transgressed, death was appointed to us. Death came upon him and all the generations to come after. And we can bring another precept to back this up. Baruch 4:1. And it reads, "This is the commandment of the Salakia. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever," showing you that the law was never done away with. "And all that keepeth Salakia shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." So, meaning we were supposed to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but whoever leaves the law, statutes, commandments, and disobeys Yahweh, they're going to perish. See. Next precept I want to bring out is Salakia. Psalms 82 and 6. I'm gonna start at 5. Psalms 82, starting at 5. "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in the darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." Verse 6. "I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like princes." And it shows you, us Israelites, we were supposed to be as gods on this earth. But because, again, since Adam had transgressed and sin had came upon the earth, we die like men because we fell away from our first estate. You see? So, next precept is going back to Ecclesiasticus. Because, honestly, having immortality, it's way better than being in these chains of darkness. Because we go through afflictions and things like that. And yeah, here it is. Ecclesiasticus 30, and I'm gonna start at 17, and it reads, "Death is better than a bitter life or a continual sickness," and it shows you death is better than a bitter life. Death would be better than for example, you have like a terminally ill person that they how can I say this? They long for death because they don't want to have to go through that pain and suffering anymore. You see? Or anybody that's in a constant state of affliction, that they long for death, because we are in these chains of darkness, this flesh, and we go through afflictions and ailments and things of that sort, and we were never supposed to have that to begin with. So, next precept I want to bring out is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 12. And it reads, "Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands." Meaning, this is going into we are not supposed to commit suicide. We're supposed to go through the trials and tribulations, and not again commit suicide. Going back to Psalms 68 and 20. Because, again, why is that? Psalm 68 and 20, and it reads, He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues of death. So Yahweh, he determines who is put to death. And there's multiple scriptures that can back that up, and I'm going to bring them out. First precept that comes to mind is 1 Samuel 2:16, and it reads, The Lord killeth and maketh alive, and he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up, and the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich, and he bringeth low and lifteth up. You see? And the next precept, of course, you have to get Deuteronomy 32 and 39 just to back this up. And it reads, See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So this is showing you, these precepts are showing you that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he determines who is put to death. You see, he controls everything, which is the meaning of why one of the characteristics is omnipotent. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he's supposed to be feared. You see? So next precept I'm going to bring out is Philippians. Philippians 1, and I'm going to start at 21. And it reads, For to me, to live in Hamashiach and to die is gain. But if I live in the flesh, there is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I will not. For I am straight betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. And Paul was, he wanted to depart and be with our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, in the spirit realm, rather than to be in this flesh, living on this earth. Because again, the things that we go through on this planet. Next precept I'm gonna bring out, 2 Corinthians 5, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. And it reads, For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of the Most High, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. And meaning that we have a body in the spiritual realm. You see? Just continuing on. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven. If so be that being clothed with, we shall not be found naked. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that with we would be unclothed, but clothed upon the mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now he that hath wrought us for the same self that is power, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Gotta go back. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, and I say willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. So that is, it's showing you that death is better. Death is better than suffering in this flesh, and being in the spirit realm with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is much better. You see. Um, Next precept I'm gonna bring out is Job 3 and 9. And it says, "Let the stars of the twilight therefore be dark. Let it look for light, but have none, and neither it shall be the dawning of the day." So like, yeah, because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid my sorrows. Why die I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out the belly? Job was asking why was I not what is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember it. But he was asking why didn't I die while I was in the womb? Because he didn't want to dwell on the earth. He didn't want to be on the earth because going into this chapter, we don't celebrate our birthdays, which is why he said that. Because since we are born in this earth, in this body, we are cursed. You see? I'm going to drop down to 17. I can't believe that term just slipped my mind, but starting at 16. Or as and hitting untimely birth, I had not been as infants which never saw the light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest, showing you that when you die, that you're at rest. You don't have to worry about anything no more, because you're up in the spiritual realm, and we don't. And when you are in this fleshly bodies, you're subject to corruption. Again, change of darkness. And this is what us in the truth uh, is hoping to be freed from. The elect, Lord willing, we are part of that number, are hoping to have our bodies change, so we don't have to be subject to death anymore. And let's get that precept to bring it out too. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. And it reads, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption." You see, corruption are these fleshly bodies that we're in. Continuing on, "Behold, I shall shew you the mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed." 52. "In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." Verse 53. "For this corruptible must put on incorruptible, and this mortal must put on immortality." And this is what us in this truth, us hopefully we're being calling ourselves the hopeful elect, we're striving for. Like I said, that we want to shed these corruptible bodies and put on incorruptible bodies, and to have our first estate back, and to have immortality. I can get 54. to bring out the point. So when the corruptible shall have put on the incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to the pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up and victory, meaning that there's not going to be any more death. When the elect get the new bodies, there's not going to be no more death on the planet Earth for the Israelites. You see. Let's see if I can bring out one more last precept. Yeah, I think I brought out the point. So with that, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.